Alright, what's up? So today I learned that everyone is different and everyone has their own weird things which they like and which might not be understandable to you. Because that's bad lighting. Because basically, I've got like, well, everyone around me has something weird about them which I just don't understand at all. And I realised that I was getting annoyed at I can't remember who it was, but someone the other day I was getting annoyed at them because they said they were doing something a certain way. I asked them why, and they couldn't even really give a very good reason, but they were just like adamant that they wouldn't change and they wouldn't do it differently. And I just couldn't understand, and it just made me so annoyed because to me it was like, why do you do it like that? You'd obviously do it some other way, and it just made me so annoyed. But then I realised the other day that everyone's got their own things that they do differently and weirdly. For example, me, I was at the shop with my dad buying food, and I wanted to buy this like organic salmon because like organic and that was like good, and he was making something for my mum which had like haddock in it instead. So he was like, oh, why don't you just have it? And I was like, well, I make my dinners anyways, so I might as well just have the salmon because I don't really want the haddock. I prefer to just have the salmon. And he started getting annoyed at me because it's like, well, it would be easier if you have the haddock. And like, yeah, sure, it would be, but also from my point of view, I'm making my own salmon anyways, so I might as well just have it, and I just prefer it and I'd rather have it. And maybe like it wouldn't have been that bad for me to have the haddock or whatever, but it's just one of those things that my dad was like, it just doesn't. He's like, why don't you just do it? It just doesn't make any sense. And to him, it doesn't make any sense, but to me, it makes sense. And sometimes it's just, it feels like maybe it's usually smaller things which are usually like this, but it's like things which people just have their own reasons which you don't understand, and sometimes you can't really work around it, and that's just honestly just how it is, and you have to accept it. So what you need to do is basically keep that in mind, and when someone does something which annoys you, which you just don't understand, realise that it's probably one of those things, and don't be annoyed. Maybe try and talk through it rationally or something, but sometimes you just can't, and people are just stuck in their own ways, and that's just how it is. So that's what I learned today. Peace.